Thank you. Now that, yeah, I got kind of torn up with that breakup with my parents, and it did something I think that kind of thing does to a lot of people. We were very close before all that happened, and so my identity was very wrapped up in the family, and I felt like I didn't know who I was for a little while, and but then there was a point when I sort of woke up and I was like, no, I'm still here, I don't need my parents for this, I have all my memories and all of the people around me I love and whatever, and it was in there all the time, which brings me to The Wiz. Did that feel too contrived? Sorry, show's over for a minute. This is my Friends of Dorothy suit. You'll see. A lot of people don't know what that means. It's like a secret gay thing. But yeah, when I was little, I loved The Wizard of Oz. I mean, I still do, but when I was little, I really did, and I read all the books. There were many books besides The Wizard of Oz. The Journeys Through Oz, The Patchwork Girl of Oz. I read them all. The movie, what was that? Which one? Zarda. Oh, I did not read that one. Sorry, I didn't read all the books. But I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. It's okay. I didn't need to read all of them. But I loved it. I loved the story and the fantasy, but I really loved that idea that there was this strength and this ability inside of us. Oh my God, is this belt gonna fit? That we might not know is there, but it's there all along, and if we tap into it, then we can do anything. And then I became acquainted with The Wiz, which, if anyone doesn't know what The Wiz is, it's an all-black musical that tells the story of The Wizard of Oz, but sorry to the real diehard Wizard of Oz fans, but it's better, way better. And I saw it when I was 8, and it blew my mind, but it was partially because it was the first musical I'd ever seen, and the first live musical I'd seen on a stage. And I was a perfect age to really get into like the adaptation. I knew the movie so well, but on stage there was a yellow brick road, but it wasn't like a stage, like a set piece. It was these 4 guys with yellow afro wigs who would follow Dorothy around, and it was so cool. And the tornado was amazing. It was, these beautiful dancers in like gray and brown leotards and long chiffon scarves, and they're twirling around and they're singing, "I'm gonna get you, gonna get you," and it's terrifying. But I can put on my boots. Don't let me lose my train of thought. Rhyme me terrifying. Now I have to put the pants on the outside of the boots because A, that's just like the way to do it, but B, there's rhinestones on the bottom of the pants. So. Yeah, cyclone, tornado. It was terrifying, and in that musical, there's just something about, I don't know, the great music or the way it's written that just made that message so much more powerful, even than The Wizard of Oz, that, Dorothy she could have done it all along, but she learned things and it was inside of her, all this power. So, anyways, during a pretty dark time, I went back to St. Louis, where I'm from, to visit I didn't really go to visit my parents. I went for a funeral of my very dear friend, Mamie Lane. And I stayed with my parents, which was not the right thing to do. But it seemed like we were at a little bit of a truce in that moment. And I was speaking with my mother, and I told her about how I felt about The Wiz and how special it was that we had shared that together. That she had taken me to see The Wiz, and it was my first musical, and it had affected me so much. And she interrupted me to say, "Oh no, you're wrong. Like, yeah, I took you there, but I just left you, and I picked you up after." So. Wasn't really that special. Okay. Once there was a girl who lived on a farm in a story written by L. Frank Baum. She was a restless kind of girl with a bee in her bonnet, wore a pinafore dress with blue gingham on it. And you wouldn't believe what happened to her. She met a talking scarecrow in a cornfield of birds, and a nice metal man with an oil drum chest. And a big nervous lion came on the scene next. They made a movie about her with songs and dances, but she still couldn't figure how to get back to Kansas. She and all her new friends killed the bad witch together, and she left at the end. That's what I remember. St. Louis Theater from the second mezzanine, I saw the first live musical that I'd ever seen. It was about a little girl on a farm in Kansas State, and she and all her friends could sing really great. There was a Tin Man lion and the scarecrow, just like the book and the movie, and then something more. There was a dancing tornado that was on the attack, and everyone down on the stage there was black. And just like the book and the movie, in the end I was crying too with Dorothy and her friends. It was the same old story, but everything new, and I thought I remembered that I saw it with you. He's the whiz, and he lives in Oz. I think that I loved it because they said it's so funky that you had to hear it. You can do anything, yeah, if you can feel your spirit. Now I know there's something inside me that could save my own soul. It's in there all the time, like my brain, heart, and home. I wonder what would happen here and now if you tried to. Maybe you could find something that you need inside you. 'Cause if you hadn't noticed, I'm standing right here with one more click of my heels. I'll disappear. I'll leave the mean moving trees and the witches who doubt you for a world full of love that I'll find without you. Can't you feel a brand new day? Oh, can't you try? If birds and girls, be they blue, black, or white, can fly beyond the rainbow and change their whole life, and why, oh, why can't I? Why can't I? Thank you.